Here's my sexy number 2 commentary just for you. Yeah, I've no idea why you guys wanted a second one. Did I not bore you enough on my last one? Maybe it helps you to fall asleep at night, who knows. Anyway, before I begin, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who came and helped me film for episode 8. Everyone was amazing and very cooperative, which made my life much easier, as the day before I was shitting bricks. I usually film with 2, possibly 3 people max, and to suddenly have about 30 people was very scary indeed, so thanks for being stars everyone. Okay, moving on to episode 6. A lot of you have left comments saying you couldn't find a message. That's probably because there wasn't one. I don't usually use messages all the time, they just help as a starting point. But anyway, I'm going to bang out some pros and cons to this video. Surprisingly, a pro was including the shopman. I got this idea of the shopman being useless after I noticed how little shops have now that the GE is here. As for the song, I dunno, might have been high off Red Bull or something when I wrote the song, but it sounded so much better in my head. And singing it was a nightmare, seriously. To sing that song quick and not forget the words or get tongue-tied was like impossible. If you don't believe me, give it a go, I dare ya. Another pro was the fight scene. I guess people wasn't expecting Randy to win the duel, so it came as a little shock to people. But anyway, just want to talk about filming fight scenes. If you're considering filming one yourself, I have some tips. After searching around YouTube and watching a few fight scenes, I came to the conclusion that the best tip I can give you when filming a fight scene are: number 1, don't bother. I hope you found my tips very helpful. Nah, but on a serious note, fight scenes are very difficult to pull off. The best advice I can give you is try and cut out all the zeros that you hit whilst maintaining the flow of the fight. Watching characters constantly hit zeros is like looking at your lunch that your mum just made for you and realizing what she gave you was yesterday's pot noodles leftover. You feel disappointed and can't help wondering why she included that in your meal. If you're watching this, mum, how could you? More advice I can give you is try and make it interesting. On the fight, you notice that Randy freezes Bestus to the spot to get a few cheap shots in, and during this point the camera is moving between characters. Eventually the camera comes in as Bestus and Randy engage in a short-range combat. Something I found out after finishing filming the scene is just by switching attack styles can make the fight look more interesting, so bear that in mind. Also, if you plan to add speech in your fight, the best way would be with artificial text, otherwise your scene will look choppy like mine. That's all the advice I can really give you about filming fight scenes. But one last thing. After releasing this video, I got a lovely personal message from a fan saying, I suck because I'm level 70 and lost to Randy who's level 30. At the time I never replied, so I feel now is the best time. It was scripted! Okay, moving on to the cons. The cons of this video has to be the sad ending. For a so-called comedian video maker to end his video with a sad ending is a big no-no. But I only done it to see if I could actually pull off a sad ending. I didn't get much abuse for the ending, so I'll have to thank you all for sticking by my decision. The other con I got for this video was that it wasn't actually that funny, which I agree, it possibly had too much of a storyline for a comedy. Anyway, episode 7. This is my favourite video I've made so far. Usually when writing the script you come to parts where you just simply don't know how to put it together, like building a shed without instructions. That wasn't the case for episode 7. Ideas just kept jumping at me like a rapist in the bush. Sorry, I apologise for that, don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, pros for this video seem to be bringing back the shopman, although his appearance was short-lived. Everyone also seemed to enjoy my really lame picture I drew on paint, but seriously, that's probably the best I can do. I'm not an artist. Quite a few people seem to enjoy quoting the mother joke, which is a good sign that they enjoyed it. For the love of me, I can't remember what it is. I just think that it's ironic that I only included mother jokes in my videos because they're really lame and they bug the hell out of me, yet they seem to be the thing I'm noted for these days. And the last but not least pro was the "Mail, motherfucker!" which I enjoyed myself so much I have it as my message tone on my phone. Not me saying it though. Overall, the storyline was short but sweet. This episode had a lot of humour in it, I feel, but the best part for me was writing the song for Randy to sing. If you listen to my 5 facts video, you know I love doing that shit, so I try to include as many songs in my videos as I possibly can. I actually didn't get many complaints about this video, so I have nothing to put in the cons section except filming in Lumbridge was a nightmare, for obvious reasons. Oops. Well, as people have guessed, there were some messages and advice in this episode. One was use a guide when attempting to do quests, and the other one was no matter how hard things get, true friends will stick together, even if it means buying an apple pie. Everybody loves apple pies. Well, that's all I got for this episode. So, episode 8. I don't really know what I was thinking when I decided to make a comedy involving religion. It's probably one of the hardest scripts I've wrote, for the main fact that people get seriously offended when it comes to religion. It took me about 3 redrafts on the script to make it less offensive as possible. Then I came up with the genius idea of having Bestus reenact the events of Jesus, as though it was him. But yet I was still unsure how people would react to the video. But after reading the comments, I think people enjoyed it. Or maybe you just enjoyed it because you were actually in the video. I don't know. Anyway, I have to apologize. I said I was going to fix the audio problems that appear in the video, but like an idiot that I am, I deleted the recordings and audio off my laptop, so I can't, I'm afraid. I don't really have much to say except thank you once again to everyone who helped me film. I think I got some decent scenes and everything went as I hoped it would, so thanks again. So, I'm going to drag out the rest of the video telling you of a few emails I've received. Not long ago I received a message from a guy who was playing Runescape since 2001 or something. His account name happens to be called Bestest, and he stumbled across my videos after receiving free stuff and messages from my fans, thinking that he was me. I thought this was hilarious, and seeing as I don't play RS anymore, feel free to give this man as much free stuff as you wish. Every now and then I get messages saying, hey, I love your videos, but I love your random comedies even more. Can you make more random comedies? Right. The whole point of a random comedy is the fact that it's random. I don't even consider making a random comedy until a random idea comes into my head. Then I develop it from there. So just be patient. My last message comes from an adoring fan that went something like this. Your video is a fail. You say you're free to P, but Anti-Fire Shield is P2P members. And if you look at the beginning, you'll see a Dragon Med helm, so GF. Whatever GF means. Anyway, I'm 110% sure Anti-Dragon Shield has no members. As for the Dragon Helm, it was worn by some complete random guy that wasn't even meant to be in the video. But what I don't get is why is this such a big deal if I'm a member or not? If you wrote this message, maybe you would like to enlighten me. Okay, to finish this video, I just want to say thanks to all my actors for helping me out on the series so far, and especially Echo Function, who is my only voice actor. So thanks, I couldn't have done it without you. Now as Christian Bale said in The Dark Knight, I'm not wearing hockey pants! Goodbye.